Welcome back to Factual America, where today we're taking you deep inside America's most haunted town. That's right, pack your ghost hunting gear, because we're about to step into a place where the line between the living and the dead is seriously blurry. This isn't just a spooky story. This is a real town with real ghosts, real legends, and some of the creepiest encounters ever caught on camera. If you're brave enough, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the heart of haunted America. Our destination, the one and only Jerome, Arizona. Perched on a steep hillside, Jerome was once known as the wickedest town in the West. Miners, outlaws, and fortune seekers flocked here during the copper boom, and with them came danger, violence, and tragedy. Today, Jerome is a quirky artist's haven by day, but when the sun goes down, this place transforms into one of the most haunted towns in America. Let's start on Main Street. By day, it's all art galleries and coffee shops. But as night falls, the stories start to surface. Locals whisper about shadowy figures that dart between the buildings. Visitors report hearing footsteps echoing down empty streets, cold spots that appear out of nowhere, and the feeling that someone or something is watching from the windows above. But the real action happens at the Jerome Grand Hotel. Originally built as a hospital in 1926, this building has seen more than its fair share of death and tragedy. Hundreds of patients died here, and some say their spirits never checked out. Guests report doors slamming on their own, lights flickering, and the sound of rolling gurneys in the hallways when no one is there. One of the most famous ghosts? The spirit of a maintenance man who died in the basement elevator shaft. People have seen him wandering the halls, still wearing his old work clothes, forever on the job. Room 32 is the most requested and the most feared. Guests have woken up to find ghostly figures standing at the foot of their beds, cold hands touching their faces, and even the sound of children laughing in the middle of the night. Some visitors have checked out in the middle of the night, too scared to stay until morning. But the Grand Hotel isn't the only haunted spot in town. Let's head down to the Connor Hotel. Built in 1898, this hotel burned down twice before being rebuilt. Today, it's famous for its resident ghost, a woman named the Lady in Red. She's been spotted drifting through the hallways, leaving behind the faint scent of perfume. Guests have reported waking up to find her sitting at the edge of their beds, staring into the distance with a sad, faraway look in her eyes. Next up, the spooky old Jerome High School. Abandoned for decades, this crumbling building is a magnet for ghost hunters. People have heard voices whispering in empty classrooms, doors slamming shut, and the unmistakable sound of children's laughter echoing through the halls. Some say the spirits of former students and teachers still roam the building, trapped in a never-ending school day. But it's not just the buildings. Jerome's haunted history spills out into the streets. The town cemetery is said to be one of the most active paranormal hotspots in the country. Visitors have seen glowing orbs floating between the tombstones, heard disembodied voices calling their names, and even caught ghostly figures on camera. Some graves are said to belong to miners who died in tragic accidents, and their restless spirits are rumored to wander the hills at night, searching for their lost fortunes. Let's not forget the Haunted Hamburger, a local restaurant famous for its burgers and its ghosts. Staff and diners have reported objects moving on their own, lights flickering, and the feeling of icy cold hands brushing against their skin. Legend has it, the original owner loved the place so much she decided to stick around forever. But why is Jerome so haunted? Some say it's the town's violent past. During the mining boom, Jerome was a place of lawlessness and danger. Shootouts, accidents, and tragic deaths were all too common. Others believe it's the land itself. Some even claim the town sits on a spiritual vortex, a place where the veil between worlds is extra thin. And if you think it's all just stories, think again. Paranormal investigators from all over the world have come to Jerome armed with night vision cameras, EMF meters, and digital recorders. They've captured unexplained voices, shadowy figures, and chilling cold spots on tape. Even skeptics have left Jerome with goosebumps and more questions than answers. Locals have their own tales to tell. Some refuse to walk alone at night. Others have gotten so used to the ghosts, they just shrug and say, "That's Jerome for you." The town even embraces its haunted reputation. There are nightly ghost tours, haunted hotel packages, and a Halloween celebration that draws thrill seekers from miles around. But don't just take my word for it. Here are some real accounts from people who've experienced the hauntings firsthand. One visitor checked into the Jerome Grand Hotel only to be woken at 3 a.m. by the sound of someone whispering their name. When they turned on the light, the room was empty, but the closet door was wide open. Another guest at the Connor Hotel reported seeing a woman in a red dress standing at the end of the hallway. When they blinked, she vanished into thin air, leaving behind only the scent of roses. A local shop owner claims that every morning she finds her merchandise rearranged, despite locking up tight every night. She swears it's the playful spirit of a little girl who once lived in the building. And then there's the tale of the miner's ghost. Late at night, people have seen a shadowy figure wandering the hills with a lantern, searching for something he never found in life. So, is Jerome, Arizona really America's most haunted town? After hearing these stories, seeing the evidence, and feeling the chill in the air, you might just become a believer. Whether you're a skeptic or a true ghost hunter, one thing's for sure. Jerome is a place where history comes alive and sometimes refuses to rest. If you're brave enough, add Jerome to your bucket list. Just don't be surprised if you leave with more than you bargained for. A ghostly encounter, a chilling story, or maybe even a new friend from the other side. If you enjoyed this spine-tingling journey into America's most haunted town, smash that like button, subscribe for more wild and weird facts, and let us know in the comments. Would you spend a night in Jerome? This is Factual America, signing off from the edge of the unknown. See you in the next one, if you dare.